Hey guys, 95 Hot Snaps here, and today we're going to dive into day 3 and day 4 of New York Comic Con. What they've released so far, it is exciting, so let's do this. Alrighty guys, so I thought, why not, let's do this again. Let's recap day 3 and day 4. People enjoyed day 1 and day 2 from my understanding, so I'm really keen to dive into these ones and inform you all again. So it was really fun to talk about the day 1 and day 2, so if you haven't watched that video, head over there, check it out. I do go into a bit of detail about each pop, like I will in this video, so hopefully you enjoy that. But anyway, let's go straight into it. Day 3 started off with something very odd. Not too sure how to feel about this one. So it's a new line of Funko Pops in the Marvel universe. So it's a Marvel pop, and they've decided to make a street art line. So basically, as you can see in the picture, there's a lot of graffiti going on. And I don't know, I really don't know how I feel about this one, because I don't know, just when you look at it, there's a lot going on. But when you dive into it, it's kind of cool. I think there's some improvements that they could have made on this one, but it makes a lot of sense to start off with Miles Morales, for my opinion, in this one, just because Miles, in the Spider-Verse movies, he's quite heavily into graffiti. It's a part of the culture that you see a lot in that movie, so I think it makes sense that he's the first one from this line. Now, in the picture, it kind of looks like there's going to be 6 more variants of this. Now, what I've been saying to a couple of my mates over on social media is that they probably should have done this so that the wall behind them links up and it makes one long wall when they're out of box. I think that would have been a really nice touch. Instead, we've got this kind of like poo-shaped brick wall, and I don't know if I'm liking it. I guess it might be different when I see it in person. It might look cool. I do like the details in the graffiti. I think it's really nice artwork. You see the Brooklyn, New York on Miles Morales' body, which makes sense considering it's a New York Comic Con exclusive. Not too sure where this one's going to be exclusive to though, or if it's just going to be accessible for everyone. But yeah, not for me. Marvel fans might really like this. It's had some mixed reviews so far. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, because I'm pretty curious to hear what everyone's feeling about this one. But anyway, Funko went and redeemed themselves a little bit with a Venomized Magneto as the next release for the Marvel line, and I think he looks pretty cool. There's been great reception for this one so far. I know that the Venomized line is getting pretty large at the moment. There's a lot of pops going on in that line, but this Magneto looks really cool. I love that they've used the base of the pop as a stand, similar to what they did with the Goku from SDCC, how the stand is a part of the figure. I think they've done a really good job doing that with Magneto here. I think it looks pretty cool, and the execution is really well on this pop. Like I said, it's had some good reviews so far, so I think that Marvel fans will really like this one. Being an exclusive as well, it'll probably be a little bit more sought after. And the box art on these Venomized pops are really cool. I love the black boxes, so I think, yeah, this Magneto will do pretty well considering he's a popular character and it looks pretty awesome. And then continuing on with the Marvel line, we have a zombified Daredevil. Now, this thing is pretty terrifying. He looks angry, he is pouncing, and I think, yeah, it's pretty cool execution. I don't know how, like, I feel like Daredevil pops never do well. I love the Daredevil Netflix series, so I'm a fan, but I probably won't be picking these up. I'm not a big fan of the zombified stuff. There's just so many of them, and I need to behave, I need to hold back. But this one, it's pretty cool. It is a go-to line for Funko at the moment, so it's been well received by Marvel fans, so I don't blame them for dropping this one. This thing looks gnarly. He's got the torn mask, he's pouncing, he's got his little weapon in his hand, and I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. They've made a good effort with this one, so not surprised if this does well. And then finally, we have a red Goblin Pop. I know I'm pretty hyped. This guy looks really awesome, and oh gosh, they have nailed the details on this. He looks insane. It's worth the wait. Red Goblin is here, and he looks sick. And I'm so glad that Funko went all out on this one. From the little pumpkin bombs in his hand to the stand also kind of playing a part with the fire. And he just looks so cool, and yeah, I'm just super glad that Funko really put a lot of detail into this pop, considering it is the first, my understanding, it is the first appearance of Red Goblin in pop form. So that was that for Marvel for this NYCC, it looks like. I think they've offered a couple of good things. I don't know which one is a must-have for me. I think if I do pick up any, it would be Red Goblin, just because we haven't had him before, and I do love Spider-Man, so it's nice to have another Spider-Man villain. But Marvel fans, rejoice, we finally have a Red Goblin. And then into the next one. Now, I don't know too much about this guy, but we have Snake Plissken from Escape to New York. So it is a movie, and yeah, I don't know too much about this one. I believe it is a sci-fi action film from my understanding, so I don't know, it's probably really cool. I just haven't watched it personally myself, but this character looks really, really awesome, and they've put in some good details. The gun and the walkie-talkie in his hand, nice little touches. It really speaks about the character, so I think that fans of this movie will really like this pop. I believe he's the main character, so it's a good way to kickstart this possible line. And I am aware that this character is played by Kurt Russell, so this is his second appearance now as a pop, because he was Ego in Guardians of the Galaxy, I believe the second movie. So second time we're seeing him in pop form. Obviously this is I think it's an older movie, like not old, I think it's like the 80s, maybe early 90s. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you know more about this guy, head to the comments, let me know. But yeah, it's another pop of Kurt Russell, which is really cool. So fans of him might even just pick this up because it's him playing that role. But anyway, I think this one is pretty neat. And then finally, of course, on the same day that Marvel's released, we get our DC. And we start off with a really nice one. It is the Joker, the breast cancer awareness Joker. And I really like what they've done here. Unfortunately, from my understanding, there's no profits that are going to the Breast Cancer Foundation or anything along those lines, but it is raising great awareness for the cause. I think these pops look really, really cool. They've released, obviously, 4 already with the Batman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and Superman. So nice to have the villain Joker. You guys know if they made a Flash one, I'd be picking it up in a heartbeat. But really cool to see Joker. It's the OG pose. So any fans of the OG DC pops will probably want to add this one to their collection. I think he's pretty cool. Looks the part, and I think, yeah, really nice touch from Funko to put it out there, raise awareness for breast cancer, and it's a really important cause, and I know it touches a lot of people's heartstrings, so it's really, really nice to see. I love it as someone who's experienced a lot of family trauma because of cancer, so really nice one, and I think it's a really nice touch. Just really, really awesome to have it as a New York Comic Con exclusive, because again, it's getting onto another stage where it can be discussed and be a presence to raise awareness. So really nice one, Funko. I think this will do well. And then the second release for DC at this New York Comic Con, day 3, is a glow-in-the-dark Wonder Woman. So I think this is one of the best Wonder Woman pops I have seen. The action pose, just everything about it looks really cool. There's a lot going on. She's got her lasso. She's attacking that translucent blue lightning kind of looking thing. And I think it's just really, really cool. From the box art, it is indicating that it is from the Wonder Woman 84 movie line. So there's a great indicator that this is a part of a scene in the movie, and it's pretty exciting. I think this is building some good hype. It's not giving away spoilers, which is nice, but it is obviously, you know, building a little bit of excitement, and it does look really, really cool. I think it is one of the most unique and exciting Wonder Woman pops that have ever been released. That's a big statement, but I think it is. I think it's really, really, really cool. They've done well here. And you know what? I'm probably going to pick this one up. I think it's a really cool pop. And you know me, I love my anything lightning for some reason just captures my attention. So I think I really, really like this one. Probably one I'm going to pick up. And then DC, they dropped one that I really, really definitely want to pick up, and it is Nightwing. Now, I love Nightwing, one of my favorite DC characters. I know this pop is pretty simplistic, but it is a different Nightwing. We've only had OG stance, you know, the old school Funko Pop stance Nightwings, bar the Teen Titans ones, but they don't really count in my opinion. So yeah, it's the first time we've had a, you know, DC Nightwing pop since about 2013, so it's been a long time coming. It's really cool to see him, and I think it looks great. The hair, the little weapons, it's nice, simple pop in the Batman black box, which I love. So I think this one is a must-have for me, and any DC collectors will probably be pretty hyped about this one too. Or at least I hope they are, because I am. And then I apologize in advance for this one, but we have another Dwight. It is a Recyclops version 3, and you know what? As an Office fan, I do love that they've made every version of Recyclops. but I think they really needed to wait and release one every Emerald City Comic Con, because, you know, the green theme, that's what he's all about, is about the recycling. So I don't know, I feel like it would have built more hype if they had one every year for ECC. But instead, we've been flooded with these Dwights, and I think it's really killed the hype. I know it has for me, but it captures the character well. It's done its job. There will be Office fans and Office completionists who will pick this up 100%. So I know that they will be able to, because I think this is going to sit on the shelves just like the Recyclops version 1 and version 2 have here, or at least here in Australia. So yeah, not too much to say about that one. It has captured it really well. I do love the sign. I love everything on this about the pop, but I just think they've really shot themselves in the foot here. And I think they could have built more hype if they released one a year at Emerald City Comic Con. It would be more desired, the hype would be there for it, people would be looking forward to it, but it is what it is, and I won't talk too much more about that one. So Funko finished off day 3 with some exclusive pieces from Huckleberry Hound. It is Dixie and Pixie, so they're Hanna-Barbera characters, and these guys are not a 2-pack, as the picture kind of gives you a feel of, like that it would be, but they're not, so they're individual pops. They're really, really cute. I love the red vest, the little blue tie. They're really, really cute characters. So any fan of the Huckleberry Hound will be excited to have these guys. In my opinion, I think they should be, because they're really, really cute, and it's the first time we've seen them as a Funko product. So probably worth picking up if that's your thing. 2,500 pieces kind of gives me the idea that they will be Funko Shop exclusives. Don't think we're going to get them in Australia. If we do though, I hope you guys can pick them up if that is your thing. And then day 4. Day 4 was one of the best days, in my opinion, for these releases so far. So we start off really, really strong. We have Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother. So I'm pretty hyped for this one. I know a certain member of my household is very hyped for this one. So we have Robin Sparkles. Obviously it is Robin. So if you don't know, Robin in the show, not the actor, but the actual character in the show, was once a teen performer under the name Robin Sparkles, and it's just so funny. If you go on YouTube and watch the songs, you'll be cacking yourself. They are so bad and they're so cringe, but it just makes you kind of love the character more. So I'm excited that they've finally done something good for How I Met Your Mother fans, because honestly, those 2 drops that they did of Barney and Ted were really, really bad. Like, they're very boring pops, especially for 2 of the main characters, 2 exciting characters that they had so much potential for. But they've really redeemed themselves here. Robin Sparkles is so cool, and I really like the box that they've done for her. It really makes the character pop, and it suits the personality of the character. So I think this one's going to be super, super desired. Maybe not by everyone. I'm glad it wasn't a limited piece, but for anyone who enjoys How I Met Your Mother, I think this is a must-have. So really stoked that this has come to life, and I'm excited to pick it up, especially for Jen. She loves How I Met Your Mother, so really cool one. Nice start to day 4, I think. And then the second pop they went and released for New York Comic Con day 4 was Beetlejuice. It's a glow-in-the-dark Beetlejuice holding the Book of the Recently Diseased, which I thought was a bit dark. But anyway, Tim Burton fans will love this one. We're starting to get a fair few Beetlejuice pops, so it's getting a bit flooded. But yeah, I think this is a really cool Beetlejuice. It's pretty dark, which makes sense since it's a Tim Burton film. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that they didn't write that whole recently diseased thing on the box of the pop. Because can you imagine like a kid walking into EB Games and being like, "Mom, what's that mean?" I just think, yeah, it's a bit too dark to put on a pop. So yeah, they've kept that off the box. It's just Beetlejuice. He's glow in the dark, and I think, yeah, like I said, Tim Burton fans will be all about this one. I think he's really cool. Yeah, not for me, that's for sure. And then next up, we continue the retro toys line with a G.I. Joe pop, and it is Beachhead. So it's really cool to see a side character of G.I. Joe be made into a pop, rather than flooding us with just constant different outfits of G.I. Joe like the toys were. But yeah, I think, yeah, Beachhead will be well received by anyone who's a G.I. Joe fan. It's, yeah, like I said, it's nice to not have 101 variants of G.I. Joe from the get-go. That rhymed. But yeah, I think really cool. Not for me, not a big G.I. Joe fan, but a nice touch to NYCC. And then this is where Brooke gets hyped. We have some Masters of the Universe pops. I am super hyped for these ones. They are Toy Tokyo exclusives, which makes me think that hopefully we should get them in Australia. And first off, we have a 10-inch Beastman. So I think it's pretty cool because it's a completely new mold. So it's different from the original Beastman pops that we have had in the past. And I just thought it was really interesting that they've gone with him, considering that I don't believe they've made a 10-inch He-Man. Correct me if I'm wrong, I might have missed it somewhere. But we have a 10-inch Beastman. He's pretty cool, a new mold which is exciting, and I think Masters of the Universe fans will definitely get around this. For me, unfortunately, I do not have room for some 10-inch pops, so I won't be picking this one up, but I know a lot of people out there will be jumping on this ASAP. And then alongside Beastman, we had 2 pops get announced. We have King Hiss and Ninja. So with King Hiss, I am pretty hyped for this one. The nostalgia is real with this guy. So it's a villain from the Masters of the Universe line, and I think anyone who's a fan of Masters of the Universe will really, really like this one. Bring back the nostalgia, because this guy replicates the original toys so well. He's got the staff, he's got his shield. I think it just looks really awesome. I think a lot of people who aren't really Masters of the Universe fans will be a bit confused about why he looks like this, because we did see kind of these photos where he does look pretty badass. The art on this is insane, but that's not how he looked like in the original toys, so it's really cool to get this guy looking like this. I'm a huge fan of this one. I will be doing my best to get this one for sure. And then we had Ninja, so very similar to King Hiss. They have really nailed this one. Looks exactly like what we should expect from Ninja as a pop, and I think these are going to be received really well by fellow Masters of the Universe fans. I know I would definitely be wanting both of these if I can get them. And look, I really wouldn't be surprised if down the line we get an unmasked variant of Ninja, because in the toys I believe you used to be able to remove the mask and play around with it. It would be really cool if they could replicate that in pop form, but I think it's a bit too hard. It's probably asking for a bit too much. So hey, maybe down the track we're going to get an unmasked variant, which isn't bad by me. And then Funko went and broke me heart. So we have 2 soda cans. You guys know I love my sodas. They're 3,000 pieces each, which isn't horrible considering we did get Mossman and the Trapjaw at the last SDCC, which were both 3,000 pieces. So hopefully I can get these, because it's Shira and Spyko, 2 amazing characters from the Masters of the Universe, and oh god, I'd love these. Now the chases of these are both metallic from my understanding, so I don't care. I would be happy with 2 commons. I don't care if I don't get the chases. I just want 1 of each because I think they're so cool. We finally got another Spyko. We finally have a Shira since the original pop that goes for crazy amounts of money. So it's really exciting to see both of these being released again by Funko. And I think if it's a good indicator that maybe we might get some more Shira pops, especially because of the new animated series that kind of came out recently. So I'm crossing my fingers that we get another variant of her in pop form. But for now, I really want those sodas. So I'm begging that pop culture gets some, and that I'm quick enough to just snap them up. And that was that. That was that for DC Marvel Masters of the Universe. We jump into the anime world, and it started off pretty well. So every single person I've spoken to who's a fan of My Hero Academia has told me pick this one up while you can. It is the Mr. Compress, and he is pretty dope. Now, I say it all the time, I still haven't watched it yet, but it is on the top of the watch list. I promise, guys, I'm going to get around to it. I really want to, because I love my anime, so I'm no doubt going to love this one. But yeah, this pop is pretty awesome. I've had a look at some of the screenshots of this character from the show, and he is transitioned into a pop so well. He looks really cool. I understand the hype. I think this is going to replicate exactly how well Katsuki did at SDCC. So pick this one up if you're an MHA fan, because I think he's going to sell pretty well, being a cool villain that they haven't made in pop form before. And then hot damn, I'm really excited for this one. This Kaguya Atsutsuki, and she looks phenomenal. Like, this is a beautiful pop. They have nailed her details with the long hair, the third eye, just everything about it. I'm really hyped for this one. It looks phenomenal. It's the first time we're seeing the princess in pop form, and I think that Naruto fans are going to be all over this one. I know I'm going to do my best to try and get her. It is freaking dope. I'm in awe of her, and I think, yeah, it's just going to go down so well for Naruto fans. So yeah, I hope I can pick her up, and I think it's opened the door for some more pops of her, hopefully down the track. We shall see. But it's really nice to finally have her in pop form, and I think, yeah, it's gonna go pretty well for sure. Okay, so to be honest, I don't know much about this next pop at all. So it is a Junji Ito collection pop, and it is Switchy. Yeah, so this pop is quite interesting. There is a lot going on here. Like I said, don't know anything about the show, don't know anything about the character. But yeah, it's got some really interesting features. There's like a candle headband, some nails in its mouth. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here, but the details on it are pretty insane, like even around the eyes. This thing looks pretty darn cool. So if you're a fan of this, I don't blame you for getting hyped. I don't blame you if you're lining up early to try and get this one. Looks pretty cool. Like I said, don't know much about it, but hey, you got to appreciate a cool looking pop, and when Funko go all out on it. And then the second last release of the day is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It is from Cowboy and Bebop. It is Ein the Corgi. Look at this guy. He is adorable. And now he is a flocked pop, and it looks like it's a t-shirt bundle. So I haven't seen that in a long time from Funko at a convention where it's a t-shirt and pop bundle. So I don't know. I think this guy's really, really cute. I don't know the anime, but I really want this just because it's a corgi. The corgis are my favorite breed of dog. Sorry, Bubbles. I love you too, my little dog. But I love corgis. It's always been my dream to own a corgi. So, you know what? If I can get this one, I'm probably going to get it. So it comes with the t-shirt with Ein and Ed. And I think, yeah, it's a pretty cool pop. I didn't expect this one. I don't think many people expected this one. But yeah, I'm all about it. I don't watch the anime, but it is a corgi. So, you know what? I'm probably going to end up wanting to buy it. He's just so adorable. Like, look at him with his little tongue poking out. I don't know. I just think it's cute. So I hope Cowboy and Bebop fans are really hyped for this one, because you should be. And then last off, Funko gone and broken our hearts again. We have a Freddy Funko Soda. This thing is adorable. It is 2,000 pieces, and you know what? It's more than likely going to be a Funko Shop exclusive. There's no chance for us Aussies to get this unless we buy it on the secondary market. But he's very cute. He's wearing the I Love New York, that iconic souvenir shirt. And he's got a little wink going. He's got the peace sign going. I don't know. He's just really, really cute. I do love the common variant a lot more than the chase. Sorry for anyone who really loves the chase. But it is cool. He's wearing that pepperoni pizza shirt. Makes sense to kind of go down that path. But I think the common is just as good. Just like this little guy here. I preferred the common over the chase. Hence why I bought that one on the secondary market. Just as the common. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just so crap that we're not going to be able to get one here in Australia. I'd love to get one. I know a lot of people, a lot of my mates who love Freddy Funko would like to get one too. But hey, hopefully they have some way of getting it from the Funko shop. Good luck to everyone, because yeah, 2,000 pieces is going to be really hard to track one down. But I hope you guys do. Unfortunately, I probably might have to wait and get one on the secondary market if it is. Ooh, I don't know. It's going to cost a fair bit. But hey, it's a really cool release. Funko have done well with this one. I like it. It still looks like a traditional good old Freddy, but has that New York Comic Con touch. So yeah, that's day 3 and day 4 wrapped up. I think some really exciting releases. So yeah, I think the must-haves for me are Nightwing, the Master of the Universe pops, the sodas, every single one of them. I want them all. I love my sodas, and because they're Master of the Universe, I want them even more. The Naruto pop is phenomenal. Love that Kaguya. And I think I really want to get that flocked Ein, because I think he is adorable. And let me know in the comments below your top 5 from day 3 and day 4 so far. Is your bank account in trouble like mine is? Or are you sitting pretty safe at the moment? Let me know. And thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support I get. If you enjoyed this one, like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to connect with so many awesome people out there in the Funko community. So thank you so much for tuning in again, guys. And remember, as the wise like Dragon says, never give up, and good pops will find you. See ya.